If you know me, you know that I love Jordan Peele and all of his output. Everything this guy touches turns to gold. Well, almost everything. Him was a film I was very excited for. Okay, I was rooting for this. After seeing that trailer, I was like, okay, this is gonna be something truly special. It can't fail because one, Jordan Peele was behind it, and two, it just looks fucking sick, right? Little did I know what I was in for, because unfortunately Him is one of the messiest films of the year. Notice how I didn't say it's the worst film of the year, because there are films that are a lot worse, but Him just falls flat on everything. So yeah, let's discuss. If you don't know, the film follows Tyreek Withers, who plays an up and coming rugby legend. He has a lot riding on him, but until he gets a brain injury, he gets to meet his idol Isaiah White. But not everything is as it seems, and you can probably guess where it's going from there, because yeah, you've seen this 100 times before. I think in the pantheon of, like, I guess, cult films, this could work. This could be pretty high up for some people, but for me, I'm kind of tired of the whole cult aspect. Because not every film, especially in today's day and age, has to revolve around the cult, but so many insist on doing that. And by the time that we kind of figure out what the film is doing and putting the pieces together, we're kind of sick and tired of it, you know? Like, as soon as he went to the desert, and as soon as, you know, Isaiah White showed up, I kind of knew where this was going. And that's a big issue, especially for a film which is marketed as like this different, trippy experience, this visual cascade of random shit. A film which is supposed to be saying so many different things, but kind of fails to do so. Let's talk about what I did like first. I like Marlon Wayans. He was pretty good. He does what he can with the material. He's scary, but he's also weird in that Marlon Wayans way. There are Wayans-isms in there, but I don't think that the character suits him. But that goes into the negatives. I also think that the first 20 minutes is solid, and I think that it builds a pretty good understanding of who this character is, who Cameron Cade is, and what his goal is, and why we are witnessing his rise to fame rather than someone else's. And we get a good understanding of who he is, basically. And there are some cool visual motifs in here. Some. Specifically, there's an X-ray shot, which I think was pretty well done, but yeah, that's about it for positives, unfortunately. Because after those 20 minutes of which I said were pretty solid, it goes in directions of which you could probably tell, you know? Because the film kind of throws these metaphors of mascots at you, like, oh, you don't want to be a mascot because you'll just fade into the darkness, or you'll fade into a certain kind of character. But the film does nothing with it, man. Like, the film does nothing with its themes at all. One of the main things it wants to say is, oh yeah, we as athletes are treated poorly, we as athletes are treated like scapegoats, we as athletes are treated like parasocial parasites almost. There's a weird parasitic relationship between a person and a celebrity. Just look at the Swiftie fandom. That's another can of worms, like, Jesus Christ. That's an interesting thing to say in theory, but in execution it just comes off as quite corny and comes off as like not even subtle at all. Subtlety goes straight out the window in this shit, and it all leads to an ending of which pissed me off. Like, that ending fucking sucks, okay? Because in the script, the ending is so much better and is so much more unique than this, and for some reason the film decides to go balls out. Like, it goes like nuts all over the screen. It goes crazy, and I don't understand why. And I think the main reason I could figure it out is because the studio was like, okay, we need something crazy, we need something to market the film on, we need that shock value. But when your film is riding on an ending of which is supposed to matter, and is supposed to, you know, push an agenda forward, and to conclude a story and conclude an arc of which we are built towards, you would think that it would at least try and stick the landing. This fucking don't. This goes crazy. There's a weird correlation between this and the Benny Safdie film, The Smashing Machine. These are both about sports, and more importantly the people around the sport and how these people are treated. But unfortunately, both films just don't really understand what the sport's supposed to be, or what the people in the sport are supposed to be trying to say to each other. So yeah, Him. It fucking stinks. I was so disappointed by this, man. I was expecting something great. And the thing is I don't blame Peele, okay? A lot of people are putting the blame on Peele. I don't think it's his fault whatsoever. If anything, I blame the studio because the Blacklisted script is actually really fantastic and they clearly changed so much in it. Just not a good movie, man. Just a bummer. I'm gonna give him a 4 out of 10. Yeah, great start to the week. Hopefully Justin Tippin makes something better than this because, man. But yeah, thank you guys for checking out this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.